Good evening. I was considering just doing a rundown on what happened today, but honestly, it's just another day. Nothing eventful happened really. Me and Tom ate a nice pizza though after work, so yeah. But I just thought I lose track of what I've actually talked about on the channel, but I'm just gonna go over my mindset because I feel like I'm shifting. I think I have already talked about this, but maybe someone missed it, or maybe I'll cover some different points. I used to be quite jaded, if that's the correct word to use, on certain things, and women fell into that in the way of, you don't want to lose, you don't want to be worse off. Let's say two people, they start talking, and I used to look at it as, I don't want to be the one that, if it didn't work out, suffered. I even framed it like I didn't want to suffer more than them, as if it was not a competition, but I don't know, I just had the wrong frame, yeah, and it used to impact the way I presented myself and went about things. And I've realised after a chat with Bailey that, I'm never gonna get anywhere doing that. You have to throw yourself into it, head first, if you want something worthwhile, I think. You can do all this mental gymnastics to save face and maybe protect yourself, but at the end of the day, regardless of if the other person is playing any games of their own or not, some people aren't. Some people are just genuinely just vibing, just being normal without any self-protection. And I don't think they deserve that. They should be able to see the genuine, authentic self, of you being your true, authentic, genuine self. And that's what I'm shifting. So I'm talking to a girl right now, and she lives at maybe an hour away, and I quite like her, but I have this sense of calmness and peace. I think sometimes she's at work or whatever doing her own thing, and she doesn't always reply super fast, and the old me would have got very anxious in a way, / uncomfortable, and start overthinking and be oh, maybe she's not that keen or whatever. But now I just accept that some people aren't amazing texters / don't want to be on their phones all the time, and that's completely fine, and it doesn't necessarily always mean something. And I have this sense of security and self-confidence now, which I didn't have before, where it was if this works out, amazing, but if it doesn't work out, I'm basically just going to turn around and just say thank you and enjoy the present moment, which I would have laughed at myself for saying something like this but you feel very untouchable because, you know, once you develop self-love and a good sense of self-security, then no one can really affect that. You know, if something doesn't work out, you can just say, well, it's a shame, but it wasn't meant to be then, was it? That wasn't my person. I read something like, don't you think your soulmate would actually want to be with you? Which is completely true, so yeah, I'm just feeling like a massive development in my psyche, and I have a lot of people to thank for that, but mainly Bailey, I would say, because he was right. So, you know, don't be afraid to take advice, or at least be open to it. Is there anything else I want to say? No. Not really. I'm thankful. And I'm thankful for the people around me and the track I'm on. And don't ever take anyone for granted, because they, you know, something could happen and you think you're untouchable until it happens to you. But just appreciate people for what they are and tell people you love them. Thanks for listening.